Good afternoon, grade 8s. This is going to be for the people who are working from home. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you what is going to be happening in the lab, and then I'm going to do the lab, give you the information. Please just record it in the data table and analyze the data and tell me what you think happened. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just show you guys what this is. This is called a multimeter. It has the ability to measure the amount of volts, the amount of amps in different substances. Now, we're going to use it for finding the number of volts in these electrolytes. So I'm going to turn it to the DC. In my first electrolyte here, I'm going to be testing just water from the tap. Here are my two electrodes. This one is the zinc electrode, and this is the copper electrode. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the following. I am going to now test to see how high the number comes, like how many volts are in each of these electrolytes. So I'm going to touch this here. Okay, so right now we're looking at water. Now water has a pH of 7, so you should be recording that in the table as well. Now, if I take a look at my voltmeter, the voltmeter says 0.566 volts. Okay, so can you record that for water? 0.566 volts. The next thing I'm going to test is I'm going to test hydrobromic acid. Now the pH of hydrobromic acid is 2.5, so just make sure you record that in the data table as well. Okay, the reading I'm getting here is 1.57 volts. Okay, 1.57 volts for hydrobromic acid. Okay. Next one we're going to test is sodium hydroxide, which has a pH of 13.5. Okay, this one's reading is 1.67 volts. So for sodium hydroxide, 1.67. Okay, so just make sure you're recording that in the table. And then the final thing we're going to test is another base. It's called potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide isn't quite as strong of a base as sodium hydroxide. Its pH is 12. Okay, and the reading is 1.35 volts. Okay, so can you record that also on the table? Okay, that's it for now, guys. Thank you. Feel free to rewatch the video if you missed anything. Take care.